Welcome back to another episode of the Sustainability Podcast, where we're bringing conversations for sustainable living. My name is Cindy Marioki.
Liz Njanga.
And we are your hosts. And today we are joined by...
I'm Denokul.
Very cool. We can see.
So tell us what you do before we get into our questions.
Okay, so I'm a sustainability warrior. This means that I work around sustainable futures, which means a greener planet, a safer world for all of us, something in between.
Okay, I love it. Welcome. We're so excited to have you here.
Thank you for hosting me.
All right. So you said warrior. What bits of sustainability are you involved in? Just introduce a bit more.
Okay.
Exactly what you do.
So first of all, I work at Karim Glass Solution. This is like a family business. My names are Dennis Karemi, my official names. So the second name is Karim, which belongs to the founder and the pioneer of Karim Glass Solution. And right now, I'm the face and the CEO, leading the company where we upcycle glass mostly. But before all that, we started as a glass shop. Yeah.
Okay. So what inspired you ideally to start sharing content online? I think we found you on TikTok, first of all. I spend a healthy amount of time on TikTok, so that's how I found you.
Okay.
Yeah. With 161,000 followers.
Yeah.
Tell us.
So like I mentioned, this actually started as a family business. And after I finished school, I joined the family to do the same with them. And that's where I shot my first TikTok video while doing the work. So before all that, I used to do dance TikToks. I actually used to be an artist. But I guess I was stuck the 200 view mark,
Yeah.
But one day I just shared a TikTok doing what I love, what my work was at the time, which was glass. And the video went viral. And that sort of showed me this is the kind of content my people want to see from me. And from there, I just never stopped. I continued to put out similar content. Yeah.
Okay, so beyond now the views, what made you realize what you are doing was, resonating with your audience, with the Kenyans?
That's a nice question. So you see, when you share a post and you get these people commenting on your video, and some of them start to tell you like, I've been having bottles for a while and I've never actually known what I can do with them, and someone just says, I actually tried this some time back and it didn't work, and now I can see someone is actually doing it. That's when I start to realize like there's a niche for this. And when I went to the social media platforms and started searching for people who are doing similar things to what I was doing, there were very few. At the time. But guess time changes because right now we also manufacture machines for people who want to start a similar business, which has led to the growth in that area. Now I can confidently say that I'm not the only one who's upcycling glass in Kenya.
Okay. Tell us more about these machines. What are they like?
Okay. So take it from this perspective, okay? It's Cindy, right?
Yes.
Someone comes and tells you like, I'm hungry, I need a little bit of food. And you're like, I don't have the money, I can't give you the food right now. So chances are this person won't go starving until the end of the day, right? Chances are someone else somewhere will give them the food. They will hustle up and down to get the food. And we just put that perspective into what we were doing at the workshop, which was now the glass upcycling. So we just thought about it this way. If we don't empower these people, because it has reached a point where people are coming and they don't want just me to upcycle the bottles for them. They are asking me, what if I want to go and upcycle them myself in my area? What will I do then? And these machines were fabricated there at home. They were homemade machines. So we thought, why don't we empower them? Because we have like a 5-year gap into the manufacturing. And why would we want someone to go and start afresh? Like there are a couple of things we have overcome in that period. So me setting you up with a machine, I'm actually empowering you not to go through the same hassle I went through 5 years ago. So we started with the first manufacture of the first machine, which was an automatic bottle cutter machine. And we got our first client, and started making the sales. So from there, we just proceeded with the manufacturing. And anyone who wants to start upcycling bottles like me, you want to do it in your area, you want to empower someone in your area to do it, I'm the right person to talk to.
Okay. So how many have you sold? Do you have a estimated figure?
Yeah, I can give you an estimated
Yeah,
figure, not the
yeah.
actual one. So
Yeah.
we've actually managed to sell approximately 15 units, and one unit goes for 180K. And out of these approximately 15 units, three of them are exported outside.
Oh wow,
Wow.
Yeah,
nice.
Congratulations. That's
thank
amazing.
you.
Okay.
What's that saying for? Keep teaching me these things. Teaching a man to
Oh, you
fish.
can teach a man to give a man a fish.
Or you teach him how
To
to.
Yeah,
fish.
how
That's
to
what exactly
fish.
you're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Exactly.
That's really nice.
Okay. Can you explain to us like because I think most of us when you go maybe to a restaurant and you're having a beverage,
Yeah.
like what's the process after I leave the restaurant or whatever kind of so what happens next normally?
Okay.
Just the industry, not for your business per se,
Uh-huh.
but just the entire industry. What has been like the practice?
Okay. So you'll find that for most companies, they are, for a few companies, they're actually taking responsibility for their own waste, which means like you'd find there are companies when you leave the bottle, they are discarded. They have people who will come later, take it. Some get refilled. So the company takes responsibility. They take the bottle, take it back to their company, reuse it. Okay. But there is a small gap that comes around when the bottle is damaged. Now that's where the problem lies, because those ones end up in the landfills, because that means this bottle cannot be reused anymore. So it ends up in the landfills. And I know we preach about how glass is 100% recyclable, all that. But now the problem comes in, it's upon people, individuals to actually do it. So if you do your normal 9 to 5 every day, I'm sure you're not thinking about the bottle that's supposed to be upcycled somewhere, right? So that leaves a niche for someone else to actually take up the responsibility. So most of them usually end up in the landfills. And when you go to the landfills, you get lots and lots of bottles. And even me alone, I can't upcycle all the bottles in our country, let alone in my county. Yeah.
Okay.
What other challenges have you seen in this industry in addition to, the landfills? Is there anything else you've encountered that's been?
Yeah, there are actually a couple of challenges that are ongoing when it comes to the upcycling of glass. Like I mentioned, it's upon the responsibility of individuals and the companies to actually upcycle their waste. And that means like the people who are not doing it, their waste ends up still in the landfills. Okay, so even me, as I started the business, I was actually upcycling almost any type of bottle, but I've been doing this for like more than 5 years. And what happens is I've grown a customer base who are fond of particular types of glassware and bottleware. So this means that I also can't upcycle just any kind of bottle, because I'll end up now having the landfill in my area. So I have to be very particular about what I'm upcycling. So one of the challenges comes in that I don't think the government is taking full responsibility for the upcycling of this glass waste. And maybe just putting up upcycling glass zones in some areas could go a long way, could go a long mile in helping the upcycling of glass waste. Yeah.
What do you think the government can do? Like, what initiatives would you
Okay.
propose if you were talking to a government official right now?
Okay, first I would say we need to create awareness that glass needs to be. I know it's being preached, but I don't feel like it's being preached enough. So one, we would have to create the awareness, and then we'd have to set up upcycling zones where you're just walking in the city, other than just seeing the normal recycling bins, you just see a glass recycling bin. So you just know if you have a glass bottle, that's where it should go. So that would even make it easier for people like me who are now taking it upon our hands in the initiative of upcycling. We know exactly where to go to when we need the bottles for upcycling. And then another thing I would say is right now the manufacturing industry in Kenya is not there yet, especially for glass. So me being one of the manufacturers who's making the machines, I also don't have the enough support to produce enough machines to even help the whole country. Or even if I do, it will actually take me a longer bit of time to actually do this. So what I would tell that government person would be empower me, and by empowering me, you're actually empowering more people. Yeah.
Okay, it's good to know.
I think you mentioned earlier, like it's a family business. So
Yeah.
there's, of course, like it's, I'm assuming your parents who are doing it initially.
Yeah.
What have you learned now working with young people about their view on sustainability and recycling?
The most exciting part of the journey, I can say, has been creating employment for friends and relatives and people in my area mostly, and those beyond me. Because when I started, cutting the bottles, it was, yes, it was a family business, but with the growth of the sales and blowing up on social media, I ended up needing more people to help me in the upcycling process. There I ended up employing an extra person. Along the way, this person was a young person, just fresh out of high school, unemployed. We started kicking it together, did gain the skills together. And then from there, the growth of the business sort of scaled up. And this also pushed me to look for more people. Now, you see, when I was looking for more people, it came to me that the most people who didn't have jobs are actually the youth. It's actually people who are my age, younger, plus or minus one older. And um, even when I sell the machines to other people, maybe like, let's say, I have one that I've actually sold to like Kisumu. So you find it goes and creates employment to the youth there in Kisumu, because also this job, with the collection of bottles, you need someone energetic, someone who's ready to get into the dirt, just sort it out, get the bottles out. Yeah, it's a nasty business, but that's where we get the money from. Yeah. So I would say like it's actually very relieving to actually work with young people. They're energetic, and the best part is creating employment for people my age. Yeah.
Okay. And in this 5 years that you've been doing this, are there any moments or stories that have really stuck out to you?
Yeah, a couple, but let me talk about one. Um, so, with the growth of my business, I ended up having someone who came and bought a machine and took it all the way to the Mara. So this person came with a very interesting story. So we all see this 3 days, 2 nights vacation deals on social media. They pop up when you're scrolling, right? It's inevitable. So people actually go to the Mara. They go in groups. They go have fun. They go. People drink in our country. It's something. It's acceptable. But what happens is, even when they're doing it there, the trash ends up there too. So this person took me on a long road trip to the Mara. We went and set up a machine there to help upcycle bottles in the Mara. And what I came to discover is there are so many people who are unemployed there, and also women who don't have jobs. Initially, they were upcycling plastics, but now with the machine, they could also upcycle glass. So this was like a very good experience for me along the 5-year course of my work journey, because I got to experience what actually goes on in other areas which are further than me. Because, of course, I know how I recycle it in my area, but now seeing someone else do it in their area, that was mind-blowing. And yeah, I can say it's unforgettable.
Yeah, that's a lovely
Yeah.
story.
Like I saw a couple of lions there.
Also cool.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I resonate with that. 'Cause I think recently I was in Namara and I think we saw quite a bit of waste. It's actually, it was very frustrating when you're going through, just before you get into the proper parks and the resort kind of areas. It just, there was so much, like the plastic waste and the, like you're saying, the glass as well.
Yeah.
So I think that's really good
And
and
you can
impactful.
imagine like how harmful that can be. A broken glass somewhere.
Yeah.
The
Even for the
animals don't know.
animals.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think for me, one of the things that I was very keen on, because I remember growing up, how I made my money as young hustler, was returning bottles. Like when the remember when you buy a soda, with soda, then you take it back, then you get some money back.
Like to
So,
the kiosk.
and of course, your parents would forget most often. And because when you have guests, you're like, go and get a Coke or something. So that culture has been there for a while. So, like, what do you think that has done for what you're doing now? Is it something that is still there? I think, I don't know if you get money now. I haven't bought a glass soda in a while to know if I leave it or not.
You don't get rewarded per se. I don't think you get rewarded, but it's actually a good thing to do. Once you take the glass bottle, you're actually supposed to return it, and that not only goes for soda. Actually, some beer companies are doing it as well as some water companies. I know we haven't signed an NDA, so I can't disclose, but there are actually people who are taking it upon themselves. It's just a few out there that are not doing it. And that's why I say we need to create the awareness and the need for the upcycling of glass.
Just as a follow-up, what do you think brands should be doing? Like, I guess the owners of these bottles, wherever they come from, what should they do to make people more aware of the process?
Campaigns. They need to do campaigns, and they need to work with the people who are on the ground doing the upcycling business, so that, like, let's say someone like me, I do go to the landfills, right? If I did have a contract maybe with a certain company that produces alcohol, and they tell me, whenever you meet our bottles, please don't leave it there. Take it back, bring it to us, or upcycle it, and we will use it for maybe our promotion or something of the sort. That would work, And if they can actually take it upon themselves to work with people on the ground and create the campaigns, that would actually work.
In your opinion, what do you think would make Kenya stand out as a true leader in like recycling, even of glass?
That's an interesting question. I think what would make Kenya stand out is because if they do empower the manufacturers of these machines that do the upcycling, because with the empowerment of the manufacturers, we'd actually have production. And let's say something like, at the workshop, I started a project like a year ago. It's called the Bottle Experience. And what we're actually doing is we're training people how to upcycle glass. So you have an option. You can bring the bottles to us. Yes, we'll upcycle them for you. But what if you actually learned the skill of upcycling the bottles yourself? So imagine in a large area, empowering the manufacturing so that I'm not the only one who's doing this. It's even introduced as a course in school where people are actually taught the way we were taught life skills, or maybe sewing, arts and craft, drawing and design. We'd actually have bottle cutting as a lesson. So you see, now we'd actually be empowering our youths, and when they are fresh out of school, they would know how to upcycle glass. And by that, I think we would stand out, not only even in Africa, but in the whole world, because I think we would be one of the people to even start doing that. Yeah, so empower me.
I like that idea of having it as a class.
Yeah.
And a class I would sign up for.
Yeah.
Very willingly.
Yeah. You can sign up right now at Karim Glass. It only takes around 3 hours.
Okay.
To actually do the whole process. We actually set you up with the gears, protective gears. You get the goggles, you get the gloves, you get the boots, you get the aprons. You are safe to go. You upcycle bottles with us, hands-on, and you actually get to take home the bottles you upcycle so that they can go tell a story to the people at home. You can gift them to friends, and they can actually know, like, you are also a sustainability warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How often do you do the bottle experience?
We do it, we don't have specific days. All you have to do is actually just book with us on our social media pages. You just book a date and we are good to go. Okay. Yeah, no specific dates. Just book it.
You and I will do one.
Team building.
Yeah.
I've actually done a few videos about it.
Yeah.
You can check them out on my page. I go by Denokul on all social media platforms. That means TikTok, Instagram, YouTube as well. And you can also follow the business. It's Karim Glass. The videos are there as well, so that you can have a sort of like, what you're getting into. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm down for that plan. I like experiences nowadays.
All right.
I think you brought us something.
Oh, yeah.
It we were happy trying to navigate.
We're so far away.
Yeah.
As Cindy has
Got
managed.
Okay, so this is what you do.
Yeah, so basically this is what I do. This is an upcycled glass. So this is just one of the products we make at the workshop. It's an upcycled glass. You can use this for juice, for water, for a mocktail, a smoothie, a cocktail. Yeah,
Any
actually,
liquid.
actually, we actually say the use is dependent on the user. Yeah, I might actually say this is a water glass, and I find you enjoying your smoothie over there. Yeah, but basically this is one of the products. So a glass like this goes through 3 machines. Let me give you like before you come for the experience, I've booked you for next
We
week
are
Tuesday.
there.
Got it.
Kusema na kutenda. So actually a bottle like this goes through 3 machines to get up to this point. That means we have the first one, which does the cutting, which means to just separate it into 2. It goes into another process where we file the rim, and then we sand it down to get a round, smooth edge, which is now usable. After that, we have independent contractors who come. We have people working on part-time who come now to help with the washing of the bottles. So these are people who come now, help us remove all the labels and the stickers before now we can move into packaging.
Right.
Yeah, and we also have something there. We do engraving. Maybe you want a name written on the glass, also possible.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'll tell you about it more when you come for the
Okay.
experience.
I love that you're really insisting. We'll be there. In fact, we'll be there. So what will someone do with this end? Because normally I see this a lot,
Yeah.
in even restaurants these days have started
Yeah.
adapting this.
Yeah.
I've seen candles. People who do candles, they've started to do this as well. But now, this end, what would you suggest someone does
So
with
that's
this?
the most interesting part. Of all the people I upcycle the bottles for, they never ask what happens to that part.
Give me that.
Yeah,
Give me
but
my glass.
sustainable.
Yeah, give me my glass.
Just give me the glass.
Yeah, give me the glass.
Yeah.
So this part, not unless someone is willing to purchase it to use it as a funnel or a chandelier or a candle holder.
I see the vision.
Something of the sort. But not unless someone specifically wants it for that, this part gets upcycled further. So it gets crushed into smaller pellets, and these pellets are sold to companies which take the sustainability process further. So they actually like crush them to make terrazzo, others melt them to create new glass.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
An interesting ecosystem.
Nothing goes to waste.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, this ends up to a person's home, and that one gets upcycled further. Yeah.
Interesting to know.
Okay. This is like I didn't know about the terrazzo part. I learn new things on this podcast.
Yeah, you
every
get
single
like
day.
a kitchen top.
Ah,
It looks like it's marble, but the pieces that are shimmering in there, it's actually glass. Yeah.
okay.
Okay, nice.
All right. So for our audience, because they're all sustainability warriors, just like you. What aspect of the circularity? Is that the R's and the L's? There were many, but would you encourage them to pick up?
I would mostly encourage all the 3 R's and recycling the most, because with recycling comes upcycling, and then with upcycling comes reuse. Because once we take the glass back, we're actually recycling it. Yeah. Then once I take it, I make it into a bottle or a glass. I've upcycled it. Yeah. Then it can now be reused into a home as a normal glassware. So I would say we start with the recycling. That means don't stay with empty bottles in your kitchen cabinets. Don't keep them there. They're not souvenirs. Yeah. Just take an initiative, upcycle them to have glasses. If you don't want to have the glasses yourself, you could always give them to friends, or you could donate the bottle to us, and we could actually upcycle it, and it could end up in someone else's home, even if not you. Yeah.
All right. That's really good advice. I think
Yeah.
I'll take it up. If you have any, do I have any bottles? But I think,
Yeah.
Right.
Now you see, I'm sure you haven't seen any glass recycling bins somewhere, right? And that's what we were talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sure if you saw them, they would be there.
And just out of curiosity, my last question I forgot to ask, but commercially, like, have you tried selling this like I'm not seeing. I would like to see this like in a regular like retail shop when I walk in, and have like sort of like the big brands that we see that come from outside the country. Why don't we have this into those commercial spaces?
I think we're getting there. I think we're in the past. I think we're getting there. Yeah, times will come. You'll find this in regular supermarkets when you're walking in. Right now, it's something that's still being embraced. So that's why we sell it ourselves. But we have partnered with a couple of shops. One of them being Viniki Art Studio. Whenever you go there, you can always purchase one of our upcycled glassware. Yeah. So we are slowly breaking into the market. Okay. Yeah. Luminac, we are coming for you.
At least you said it. I was like, I wasn't trying to say. I think everyone has those glasses.
Okay? Did I say
No, it's fine.
Yeah, Luminac, we are coming for you.
They had you.
I love it.
Well, they could work with you. I mean,
They could work with you, actually.
Yeah.
Like you do white off labeling. Anyway.
Yeah.
Those are details.
Great ideas are born here.
Yeah.
Very
in fact. Okay. Any more questions?
No, that's it.
As we wrap up, do you have anything else you'd like to tell our audience?
I would first of all, I'd like to mention my social media pages, Deno Cool. That's where you can learn more about what I do. The upcycling, actually, you can see me do it. And you can also book your bottle experience anytime, any day. Just go to our social media pages, DM us, leave us a message. We'll reply back to you. With the specifics and when you can actually do it. And if you're there at home, maybe it might not even be you. You might have a cousin, a nephew somewhere, unemployed, thinking of the next step in life. Consider glass upcycling as one of the things you can actually empower them to do, because other than giving them a job, a machine, the automatic machine is usable by 2 people. So that means when you're buying it, you're actually giving job to up to 2 to 3 people, because you then need someone to clean the bottle. So you'd actually be creating a lot of employment in your area. And you'd also be playing a role in keeping your area clean. Like, it's a win-win. It's a plus, and they'll also make money doing it. So that's something I would really tell people to consider. Yeah.
Lovely. You've heard, guys at home, consider bottle cutting as your next business venture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Deno Cool. It was really amazing to have this conversation with you. I know Liz
enjoyed
and I,
too.
we are booked for the bottle experience.
Yeah.
Bottle bar
On Tuesday.
Well, it can be bottle to bar experience. I feel like that would be really cool.
Okay.
Me to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's a mom joke.
Okay, well, thank you guys for tuning into this episode. Please subscribe, like, share, and you can follow both the Sustainability Podcast, Liz and I, and Deno Cool.
Yeah.
Everything will be linked in the description below. Until next time, bye.
Bye.
I've learned so much.
Yeah.